Well, hello, welcome back to the channel. It is Angela, and if you are new here, welcome. I enjoy doing lots of junk journals, paper crafting, DIY projects, and thrifting for vintage treasures. And today we have some new folks I'd like to point out, Theola Chapman and Ann Dobbins. Thank you for subscribing, for your kind comments, and for hanging out with me. And for all of you returning, thank you. Thank you so much for your ongoing support, for supporting my channel, for supporting my small business, my Etsy shop, and our live sales. Yo, the best. So it is time we got back to our altered book because we haven't worked in this for ages. So what I realized as I got this out is we aren't really far from completing our base pages. We have some that we need to finish up on, but we've done lots of these together. We did some of these. I did some of these off camera, and it looks like, let me get to it. So what I did is, if you can see that sort of ish, wherever there's a paper clip, that is where we need to work. So it looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 layouts or pages to finish. So we're going to do that today. We're just going to work through as much as we can, get as much as we can done, and then depending on how I'm feeling afterwards, I think what we will do is I'll do another video, and then we can add some embellishments to the pages. And then I don't know that I'm actually going to stuff this with ephemera, because this is going to be for me more as a reference for future altered books that I do, so you can see a finished product. You know, maybe I'll tuck some of the Template Tuesday items in here just for the fun of it and reference it there. But for the most part, I think it's just going to be for me for reference. So we probably won't stuff it, if you will. But some of the more not so exciting things are just covering some of these pages. And I did go through, I usually do this, I did it in my tea time journal too, is just deciding what I can use for, you know, writing space and such. So just a little recap. Let me go to a page. So what we did was, you can go back and watch all of these, but what I did is I took this book and I went through and I kind of decided what layouts I wanted, and then I would pull 5 to 10 pages out in between so that I knew where I could, you know, splice these back together and make them how I wanted. And then I created my page, whether it was cutting it in half, you know, adjusting it or whatnot, and then created the page. So for example, on this one, this side is just going to be writing space. But here I had taken this page, and then the next 2 pages I just took, I took this one, I cut it down halfway, folded it back, did the same here, folded it back. Now, this is an older book, so I have been keeping a lot of the extra on here, which, you know, works well for me. So we're just going to quickly cover this page on the right, and then I'll show you how I do my other one. And I am using Fabri-Tac for this because it just holds better. And I'm going to show you my little trick when you're working in your altered books, just to ensure that it gets nice and secure and in the book correctly. Okay, so what I'm going to do is my fingers are not, I can already tell this might not go so well. And I hesitate to give you measurements because every book, you know, that you alter is going to be different. Okay, so now I've got that on there, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press it down here. Then I'm going to close the entire book and just give it a good press down here and a good press down here, just so that that little guy pops in there correctly. Okay, now for this, I haven't done one of these in a while, so we shall see. What we need to have happen, come on, I've already cut this. My pages, I will tell you, are 5 5/8 by 9 is what I cut them at. I do like a little bit of extra on the sides and such, so that's why I do it that way. So what we know, and I think we can just use this one page to get everything done. So get that down in there a little bit better. Okay. I think it'll still be all right. So what I'm going to do is, I know we need to cut this here so that we can cover this front page. So I'm just going to, by the way, I know it's just me. I shouldn't like obsess over it, but I am. I cannot find my scoring, or my bone folder. And I'm so frustrated. I don't like it when I lose things. And I just put this here just to kind of hold it down, okay? So let's just go ahead. I'm going to cut this off. Let me grab my piece here. I usually do this off camera, which is quicker, but for this one, since we haven't done anything in this for a while, I think we should probably do it together. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. I have high aspirations for the day that I'm actually going to get. Let's see, how many things do I have laid out and planned? This, which might be 2 videos. And then 1, 2, 3. So, potentially, I have 5 videos to do today. We'll see how we do. Okay, so that's perfect. Yeah, I'm not going to get all of that out of there, am I? So this will fit here and be fine. But we need to figure out something to do for this back one, which that's not a problem. We got plenty of stuff. Okay, let's get this glued down. I'm using my handy dandy book holder downer from my friend Tiffany. I love this thing. And really, I don't use it so much for like my binder journals. I have to use it on occasion. But for these altered books, it's essential. Oh, shoot. I forgot to do something. I forgot to give this a glue. And it's already tucked in there, so I'm just going to do this. Just to hold it down. Okay. Good, 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 good. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing. And I'm going to start here. And I'm just going to make sure. I'm more concerned that it is going to, like down here, I'm okay with it. I don't mind that it's not all the way to the bottom. But I want to make sure that it goes all the way to the top. And then I'm just going to do the same thing. And that doesn't seem like I have enough glue on it. Are we going to be all right? I thought I got it to the end, but maybe not. Well, let's just close it up and see. So I'm just pressing it down really good. Okay, that one's done. Let's glue this before we forget. So yeah, lots of videos to do today. And lots of, I need to get, so I have the items for 3 of my sales. And they're all ephemera arts craft sale items for live sales. I have 1 cataloged and ready to go. That one will be on January 19th. I do need to do one that I'm doing on the 12th, which that's going to be kind of fun and different. And I have not done one of these on my channel yet, but it is just a pick 2 or pick 3 or whatever I decide how many picks we're getting. All right, now we got to find something to go under there. With more small items, because one thing I found with my Etsy shop, and I think I shared this in the video where we did the recap of 2022 and what we're doing for 2023, is some of those small physical items that are in my Etsy shop. Now, we could do, why does that have a, we could do this one. But I do have another piece of that polka dot. I think that's going to look better. Kind of blend it together. Okay. So just to make my life easy, I am just going to cut this down to 5 5/8, and I'm going to make sure that it comes down at least to, let's see, let's just, for the sake of, let's just go 3 1/2, 5 5/8 by 3 1/2. I'm going to do this off camera, so it's, I don't have to keep moving stuff. Okay, so 5 5/8. If you're wondering what 5 5/8 is, that's 2 ticks past 5 1/2. 5 5/8. Okay, so now it's going to fit in there perfectly. And then what did I say? 3 1/2. I just went 3 3/4 because you never know. All right, so let's glue this down. Boom. That should do it. But I think they're going to be pretty fun. And I have some, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do, because here's my conundrum, folks. I want to do more vlogging this year, but I don't want to purchase a lot of stuff, you know, and I know you guys like to shop with me. So I guess I could just go shopping and show you what's around there, and I don't have to buy anything, but you know, that's a dangerous thing. But I just have so much that I want to share with all of you that I need to do that first. So I don't know. I'd rather have more live sales and less vlogs and kind of move some of the product than vice versa. Okay. So on this one, what we're going to do is we're going to glue this all the way down so that we can tuck in here. But on this one, we're only going to glue down to the bottom so that it's a bigger tuck like this. Okay. So here we go. Let me make sure I don't mess this up. Okay. Here and here. Sorry, baby elefante. But I just have so many, well, I think they're cool, really cool things. And, you know, I love to do personal shopping. I love it. So if you have things that you're like, okay, keep an eye out for these things, or if you have these and you have in mind that you're gonna need something, please let me know, because I can always add them to a live sale. If I have them on hand, you know, I will put those in the when I catalog everything, I will add them. I'm happy to do that. But we have, oh, I love that. Okay, one down. Now this one, I'll come back to that in a second. This one, I must have already been working on. So what I did with this one, just so you know, this page was normal. This page was normal. These were 2 more pages. I cut them in half. Here, let's just move this. I basically cut them in half and cut an area out of each of them, so about 1 inch. And then I folded them each into each other, so it kind of gave it a little bit of substance. And then I made them into little pockets. So we can write in this space, And then we have our 2 little pockets. That one is already finished. So the first thing I want to do is go ahead and, oops, just dress this up a little bit. And I'll have to do it a little bit more when we get the pocket. I think well, they're both kind of at the same. That's fine. Okay, so I must have already cut these. Let's just see where they're gonna fit best. I think that one will be okay. I might need to, nope, that will be fine. And then this one, will it be okay? Ooh, that one's a little shorter. Let's see, maybe this one will fit better here. Yeah, I think so. There we go. There we go. So I'm going to glue these down first. And then I'll punch the hole, the notch, the thumb notch, if you will. And then we'll glue them together to make our pocket. The only thing you really have to, you know, kind of finagle a little bit is your measuring. And I'm just, whoa, whoa, whoa. See how that's why I like to use the Fabri-Tac, because it's more forgiving. Because, you know, sometimes I make mistakes. Don't we all? So let's see, what videos, well, no, let's go back to live auctions, live sales. So I have the pick 2 on the 12th. I have another ephemera and art one on, I'm going to wait for just a second for that to dry. On the 19th. I have another ready to roll that I need to catalog. And then we'll see what time of year. If I could do one every week, I would. I just don't know that I'm going to, I don't want to commit that. But they always will be on Thursdays, and they will always be at 4 o'clock. So that I can promise you. And do I care that that's, no, I don't. I mean, on some of these pages, I left the actual text. You'll see that in a second, because I like it. I think it's cute. But then I mentioned Jeannie and I will be doing a live sale that's more, I would say, vintage, kitschy, not junctional related necessarily, but more things that you can use for collections, home decor, that kind of thing. I've got some fun stuff. So see, now we can work on that. Okay, we got 2 spreads done. Like here, I love Kiki, so I wanted to keep her. So she just stayed there. And here, I loved the horses and the ducks, so they stayed. And my little velveteen rabbit. So now we're on to this. What does this say? Cover and writing space. Okay. But what do we have behind it? All right, so now we have 2 like this. Before we do anything else, let's glue these down. I do not want to... Did that get glue in there? Yes. I do not want to pull these back up because they're really tucked in there well. And we just need enough to get it to stick. It will not come up. So then we will start doing, I think Jeannie and I are starting in February, but I also, if you haven't followed Antique Agenda, go check her out, because she and I are going to do a live sale together. We got to pick out colors now for this as well. And she's got some cool stuff. I'm not sure how she would exactly explain her style, but I like to think of it as kind of a, kind of a French eclectic. Okay, that does not work there. These are Amity blooms. But that would, and this could as well. see. Should we try it? Okay, we're going to. Then we just have to find something to go in the back of it. Ooh, it's a little short. Well, could just take one for the team and do it this way. Okay, but then we got to figure out what we want to use on this side. Well, let's just cut it. Let's just do it and see what we end up with, because we might be able to flip it over. If not, I'll find something else. All right, so I want to mark that there. I'm going to put this on here just so it holds it down. Okay, I'll be right back and I'll cut. So I'm excited about that because I have yet to do a sale like that. And, you know, one of my goals, or Dave and I's goals this year, was we did our name change. Why can't I see there it is. We did our name change. So the Traveling Crafter it is, which, you know, for long term will work much better. And I want to reduce our inventory. So, you know, this is my business. And so I want to be able to pass, you know, awesome things on to you. Okay, so we got that one. Let's see what we can do with this other side. Am I going to have to tweak? Oh my goodness, I love that paper. All right, let's see. I don't know. We can't probably make this work. No, we can't. But that's okay. We can use it for something else. I didn't think we probably would, but... Well, I should have printed more of these, and then I could have used... See, and this one will not be big enough. What else do I have? That one's a little too much. Meh. I'm looking. Well, that's not horrible once we cut it down. I think that's one of my digitals. And then we need to put something behind it. So I do have this fit. Heck no. Come on. Ooh, what do I got back here? I have a big enough piece. Ooh, wait. Can I make this work on this page? Doggone it. And it's not two-sided. If it were two-sided, I could make it happen. Boogers. Okay. Well, let's get this one glued down first. We will address that in a minute. We may have to come back to it. I may print out this. I think I will. I think I'll print this out again. And then I can use it, because I think it would be cool for them to be side by side. Not a big deal. I just can't do it on camera. But we can finish the back. And at least get one side done. Okie dokie. Oops. Here we go. Just going to tuck that in as tight as we can. Perfect. Oh, I see a tiny little... Okay, that is good. Now, why don't, since... Okay, we have a couple of choices. We can make this the back. Wait a minute, can I make it work? Yes, I can. But probably only on one side. Or, where did that scrap go? Can I make this work? I think I can. And here, and then we can do the very same thing, so it's all the same pattern. Yep, that's what we're doing. did. All right, we're just going to put this whole thing down. Oh, we're only 25 minutes in, and we've already done 3 layouts. I got to put this down for a second. That's pretty impressive. So for this, let's see, when will this air? Oh, I think on Friday. So then, let's see, on Saturday I have, it's a recap of, there's 2 of them, only one on Saturday. It's a recap of the road trip that we did together. So it's everything I got at the, well, not everything. I had to do it in 2. So let's see, do I want it to be, I think we want it to be here and here, that I picked up at the auction that you guys didn't get to see. So that is Saturday. And then Sunday, I'm coming back with Sewing Notion Sunday. I'm so excited. Like this, my Tea Time Journal and Sewing Notion Sunday, I have missed terribly. I'm considering next year, aside from Christmas, like cookbook journals, I don't know that I'm going to do any Christmas. I mean, I might change my mind, but at this very moment, I'm like, nah. Okay, so this one we need to do. We'll do it the very same as this. I'll put the clip on it. I'm not going to do this with you either because you don't need to watch me glue on a rectangle piece of paper. So what we will do is, let's see what we got here for this next one. All right, so this next one looks like I just cut this page down, and then I have 2 little pockets. I do like this, so I think I'll keep it the same. So that will stay. We'll need something to cover this, something to cover this, and something to cover that. So let's just put these back for a second. Put our book thing on here. So let's see what colors we have. Now, I am bound and determined to use this. But it's not gonna work, is it? Yes, it is. No, it's not. Okay, just put it aside, Angela. Stop. We could use this green. That would be pretty. Okay. But then now we got to figure out, I think we need something pretty neutral for our pockets. All right, so let's just put this down and then let's play around with some other, no. No, too busy. Ooh, what about this? I like that I like that. Okay, so let's see what we have to measure this at in order for it to work for us. So it needs to be, not centimeters, Ange. It needs to be 4 inches by, what's the bad thing about this ruler? It looks like 4 inches by 5.5. So let me cut a couple of those. So we got 4 inches. Another 4 inches. And then we need 5.5. Okie dokie. Let's get these down first. Just make sure they're going to fit in there, okay? Yes, they will. And then, okay, and then after Sewing Notion Sunday, then we'll have another Mindful Monday, which, wow, you guys, I can't believe all the comments and all of the, some of you sent me private messages saying how much you appreciated that, and I guess I need to apologize for not doing this last year, but I didn't know. I didn't know if you guys would really love it or not, so I'm glad you do. And I think that this next one is going to be more fun, but I'm going to teach you a technique too that if you're into the journaling or wanting to get into the actual journaling part of it, I think it will be helpful to you. So it probably won't be a real long video, but I think it'll be a meaningful one. So, you know, if you got those journals you've been buying and you want to actually use them for mind, body, and soul, or just to capture your life moments or thoughts, then I will give you tips to do that. All right, perfect. And I'm good with that. And now this one needs to be cut at 5 5/8 by about, I mean, why waste the paper, right? 5 5/8, let's just say by 6. 5 5/8. 5 5/8. By 6. Just to make sure we cover it all. So then Monday we will do that, and then Tuesday we will do Template Tuesday, which also, I mean, I'm easily I'm easily amused. We will do the Template Tuesday, and I've got some cool, really easy. So the intent of that, if you haven't watched that yet, I would highly encourage you to, because it is great for artists, junk journalists, paper crafters of any kind, whether you're, you know, highly experienced. Oh, now I don't remember which way it goes. I think it's this way. Yes. And have been doing it a long time, or if you are relatively new as a beginner, because what we are doing is we're building up between my idea books and templates that I have either created myself and or replicated from others I've watched, in addition to some found items that were perfect. Okay, let's do it. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to put them both together like that. And then just going to come down here so at least they're even one way. And do, oops, sorry. That was loud. Do I want them? Let's see a little thing I need to do here. There we go. Well, that just went in my coffee. Oh my goodness, I've got to tell you what I did this morning. So I use this Yeti every day. So after I'm done having my coffee, I wash it. And then I put it back on the coffee pot. So it's all ready for the next day. So this morning I got up, I made my coffee. And I use reusable pods. So I just wait for the morning and fill the pod, and then go about my business and wait for it to brew. So I went to get my coffee. I mean, I know I didn't sleep very well, but holy moly. And I look and I was like, oh my gosh, I left the lid of my Yeti on my coffee cup while it brewed. Now, fortunately, just in case you need to know this information for future reference, as long as the lid to the little sippy part to your Yeti lid is open, it will fill without overflowing. But it could have been a catastrophe first thing in the morning that I didn't want to have to deal with. So there was that. Okay, now what I think we will do. All right, so on this page, so we got that done. On this page, my thought was pocket, pocket, pocket. Yeah, no. So maybe we'll get this one done, and we may have to come back to the other one. Let's see how wide these are. Okay, so that's 2 inches wide. I need to get my other I need to trade this one out for the one that I use when I do my, that's not going to work. Let's see. That's about 2.5. So 2.5. Hang on, I got to write it down or I'll never remember. 2.5. 2.5. And then this one would then be, looks like it's a little bit crooked. 1, 2, 3, and that's about 4-ish. Okay, now let's pick out some paper. Nope, we want it up here. All right, so let's see what we can use for some scraps, but not the stuff that we just used. So we do have this one. Will it fit anywhere? Can I make it work? Let's take that off there. It's a little too short. Let's see if I cover it here. I've got too much. Okay, shoot. All right. Well, it would work here, but then we're wasting. All right, let's see. See, the hardest part is figuring out what we're going to use. I'm going down to the scrap one. Oh, that might work. Well, that works perfect. So we've got that as an option. Let's see what else I got. Ooh, what's this? I think that would be okay. And I think what I'll do is I'll just glue it on and then glue it over. Okay, so we got that one. Now we need a 4-inch piece. 4 inches. Or it actually doesn't even have to be 4 inches. It just needs to cover there. Okay, that would work. This one I need to cut down just a smidge. Let's get this even. Okay, that's good. That's good. So then I want to cut it about right there. And I think the green one will be okay. Let me cut it real quick. All right, let's get these down. Let's start with this one because this is cardstock. Yeah, so that was my realization was, well, it doesn't overflow. Somebody was watching over me this morning going, okay, you don't need this mess this morning right off the bat at 6 o'clock in the morning. Okay. All right, that's good. That's good. Let's just do this one. And I don't think that, yeah, that's not glued down yet. So glue this. Now, depending on your books, you guys, we've talked about this before, you need to kind of be considering like how thick your pages are and if you can just leave it like I have. Some of your books you're not gonna want to do that because the pages will be too thick. But for this one, no problemo. And this book, this is one, I believe, it's one of a set that I have. I have 2 sets. One that I just use for all my collage, and that way I can just do the collage, put it back in the bookcase, and they kind of all match, if you will. And then these are all the young folks shelf book. And so I have a set of those. So these are good for the altered books, and they're all the same size. I mean, not that I'm going to keep all of them, but... All right, so this one, do we need to... Yes, we need to glue. And you see how I did that? I just folded and folded and folded until it went down to the size I wanted. Gluing that down. I'm going to glue this down and give it a good old reinforcement. But also, the nice thing about the Fabri-Tac is that it smooshes out and you don't need as much, especially when you're just kind of, okay, so this, go there and I'll fold it over the edge. Okay. That's what we're going to do. So how many of you have tried the altered book? Have you followed my other videos? Have you watched others do altered books? I'm curious. Is it something that you want to do? They're really fun. And I have to say, you guys all know the binder journals are my favorite. And I had done my binder journals before, but not necessarily as, see, this is when I need my bone folder. But you know what? As I always say, there's always another tool we can use, right? Let's just use our scissors. Although I don't know what I'm going to use when I need to score something. I just don't know. Are you going to the gym? No. Oh, okay. Good morning. Landon. He's home for a little while longer and then it's back to school. Okay, so now we need something to back those 2 pages. So this one needs to be approximately, let's just say 5 inches on that one and 5 and 3. Okay, 5 and 3. Now I do have this one that's just kind of plain. That would work there. And then we need, well, maybe it would work on both. No, it won't. Let's just go ahead and cut this down to 5 inches. And I need it to be, see, I have to look 9. I just want to make sure. When you're working on too many, you know, when, not too many, I shouldn't say too many. When you were working on several projects at once, it's always a good idea to double check your, okay, that works perfect there. How much do I have left? Not enough. Do I have any more somewhere? I don't like that. Oh, wait. But wait. How would this look in there? Well, first of all, let me just cut it down and see if it will fit. Because that would probably be the first plan of attack. And then see what it looks like. It fits. It fits. Why not? It's kind of a progression of colors, right? All right, we're doing it. We just got one more page done, and then I think we'll say goodbye. All right, let's do this one first. Well, no, we'll do this one first. Well, this is an oldie. This is back from my Close to My Heart days. I can tell by the back side of it. So in an effort to do reducing, I'm trying to just use everything I have. I'm going to try really hard not to buy anything. And I know that I won't be, there's probably going to be something I need, not something I actually have to have, like my wants. But I'm going to just try to use what I've got because, guys, I got a lot. And there's no reason to have more stuff until I use what I got. Well, there is, you know, you can always, it's always fun to have new stuff. But I don't need it. I do not need it. If there's something that I have to have, then I'll consider it. But You guys know my motto. There's always another option to create. So if you don't have all the tools, sometimes that's even better. Because your creativity just kind of goes crazy when you're dealing with just what's around you and what you have. I love using the Fabri-Tac for this. Okay, we're good. Now we need to punch our holes. So let's see, where do we want them? What if we did them like, okay, let's see. What if we did this one up here, this one right here, and this one more towards the middle? Sure, Ange, that's what we're going to do. And these, I think I'm going to use the smaller hole punch. So I'm eyeballing it. Whoa. Oh, that could have, oh no, it did not, but it almost went down my shirt. And then one thing I do, I think I showed this in one of my videos, is when the book is closed, or, you know, a few pages, I'll just do this all at once, because why not? It saves a lot of time. Okay, so now we've got that one. So now we want this one up here. And then this one, right about here. I like that. I like the little staggered. Ooh, it looks like I need a new, yep, I need a new sponge. I like using my little one better, but this has a ton of ink on it, so it's going to be what it is. All right, let's glue these down and say goodbye for the day. Well, not for the day, but I will be back, but it will be tomorrow when you see it. So tell me what you liked best. Tell me what, if you have tried these, what your favorite part of them is, what your challenges are. I'd love to hear. If you need help, I am here for that. You know that. And if you haven't given this little thumbs up, that would be awesome. And definitely, if you're new to the channel and you haven't yet subscribed, I would love to have you subscribe. You guys know the drill. It's free. It's all free. And it helps me meet my goals. All my business goals. Okay. Ooh, I like this. I like how it's turning out. All right. Oop, I didn't. Yes, I did. And last one. It'll be fun to embellish these. Okay, I need to close it. Push it down again because that one probably, where did we go? That one I got to come back and do. Okay. This one I think is going to need to be, I'm going to paper clip it because it's kind of tiny and I want to make sure it doesn't pop up. I know you can't see that really. Come on. There we go. The same on this. See how it's popping up on that side? And I don't really want to hold it. I'm going to do the same for this one too. Well, I hope you enjoyed this, and I will be back. The next video for the altered book will probably be on the 11th, which is Wednesday. Just so you know. All right, but what I'm going to do is say goodbye for now and hop back on and finish this up with you and perhaps do the cover. I don't know. We shall see. But until next time, friends, remember to take time to just be. We'll see you soon. Cheers.